this down, or we're gonna just keep it here? Is there?
It's recording.
It's cool. Okay. This is my professor. Here I am in. Correct. Now I have a question. I'm doing this project for a class. I just want to get your perspective. Where were you? Were you born in India?
No.
What language do you speak?
English.
English?
Yeah.
You know how to speak English?
No, that is like you don't speak Indian. You have different languages. You have Urdu. You can speak Urdu, right? And you can speak Hindi. You know, there are a bunch of different languages, and you know, those are things that you can actually research on, the types of languages in India, because India, anyone who's Indian can be of different religious backgrounds as well. They can be Muslim, they can be Christian, they can be Hindu.
Okay, so right? what is your religion?
My religion, Catholic.
Catholic.
Mm-hmm. But my grandmother, who is Indian, she's Presbyterian.
Oh, how do you pronounce that? Equity. What is your dining?
What is the dining etiquette?
What is
the dining etiquette?
Dining etiquette?
Yeah.
Dining etiquette of an Indian family can range from sitting on a dining room table. It just depends on where you migrated from. But generally, if you are in my grandmother's family, we dined both on the floor and on a dining room table, because we come from a society where we have some British colonization, so dining on the floor is a part of the overall cultural framework. But traditional Indian families can also sit on a mat on the floor and dine. Also, if you are going to eat, you have to leave your shoes and wash your hands before you enter the dining room setting.
Okay, my question is, it's traditional for certain people to eat with their hands. Do you guys do that?
Yes.
So it's okay, it's allowed?
Yes, it's okay to eat with your hands, but you have to wash. Now, wash your hands first. Also, again, depending on your geographic location, washing your hands, you wash your hands not from a faucet or a pipe, you wash from a bowl. And so you have to, go through whatever it is you need to make sure everything is clean, and then you get rid of that, and then you begin eating. Sometimes you pour with your hands, so you distribute with your hands to each everyone's plate or
Perfect.
bowl.
Okay, so tell me, have you experienced culture shock since you've been here?
I experienced culture shock not as an Indian, but as just someone who is an immigrant, from someone who is not a U.S. citizen at first. I am a U.S. citizen now, and I did experience culture shock because people couldn't define me, so I got a question like, what are you? And I would play with them and say I'm human. So,
that's a good one.
Because I didn't see what the point was. But I would say this from America specifically, migrating to New York, that there was a strong emphasis on defining oneself by racial categories. I never had to do that before, and so trying to see myself in terms of a racial category was very new.
Okay, so
and people still try. Obviously, it's something that you're confronted with every day. Yeah.
So what is the expectation set by your culture from your parents?
From my parents?
Yes.
To do what?
For example, to work, school, or do you go to? Are they expecting you to go to work, go to school, graduate, stand out among your people?
I would say I come from a working class, a working family where they value they value making money over going to school and having a profession that will make you money. So either way, I'm an outlier because I went to school for a really long time. I did graduate from my degree. I am about the only person in my family to have both a bachelor's and a master's degree. But on the other side, I make no money. compared to what my family expects a professional should make. In terms of being a female, I am within that expectation of being married and having children, but I am not a homemaker.
Okay.
And so I'm outlier in that sense too. So have I lived up to the expectations? I have no idea. But I
Most
don't
likely
get.
in my book you have. I have a last question. What is the purpose of a henna?
A what?
Henna.
Henna? Let me see it.
It's Henna.
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 Henna. Henna is markings on the skin. They serve both for costuming, for just for fun. But for some people, it serves a religious aspect for weddings. You put henna, and depending on the family, depending on your religious background, those hennas, the henna would have a specific meaning. I personally don't do henna, so that may be something you want to ask someone who practices doing henna, or maybe look it up and see what henna is. But henna is a fad. Generally is a modern fad where people just do henna because it's an erasable tattoo. It looks cool. But it serves a specific purpose for marriage, especially marriage, so weddings, for birthdays, for significant events. A person who is Hindu would utilize henna. They put henna on their bodies, men and women.
Perfect. Well, I thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
No problem.
You have given us a good variety of what it means to be an Indian.
No, I'm not representative of I told you I'm not full Indian. So.
I understand, but you have the knowledge too.